New Orleans is in the midst of a surge in violent crime. It's one that's only intensified during this pandemic. The police response to the ongoing mayhem has led to a lot of questions. Our investigative reporters, Greg LaRose and Emily Lane, have explored data from the entire year of 2020, and they spoke with experts about what might be behind the increase.
The NOPD got a major boost to its crime-fighting efforts this week when Mayor LaToya Cantrell reversed the decision to furlough police. But people we've talked to say much more could be done to curb violence in New Orleans.
Absolutely, policing has changed in 2020 versus 2019.
Rafael Goyeneche with the Metropolitan Crime Commission says the pandemic has certainly affected the way officers of the NOPD do their jobs. But what's more significant are policy and payroll decisions that affect police presence.
Not only were officers furloughed in the last 3 months of the year, but starting in the summer, because of the pandemic, their overtime was eliminated.
NOPD data on shootings show a steady climb over the first 6 months of 2020. Then they soar in the third and fourth quarters. Goyeneche says New Orleans also saw homicides increase nearly 70% last year, but only 35 to 40% were solved, which doesn't necessarily mean an arrest was made.
So what we've seen is a dramatic increase in homicides and also a decrease in homicide arrests, even though we've had more homicides.
Pastor Jonathan Everett leads Rock of Ages Baptist Church in the 7th Ward. There were a dozen shootings within 3 blocks of his sanctuary last year, including 2 near Hardin Playground, which Everett says becomes a danger zone after dark.
To have a playground where kids can't play is crazy. To have a basketball court where the kids are scared to shoot the ball, either they're going to shoot the ball or get shot, it's crazy.
Everett says he's pushing city officials to put more resources into the park. But one expert says there's more to the crime problem than a lack of neighborhood investment or the economic impact of the pandemic.
The dominant factor is you had something that was working and you went away from it.
Criminologist Peter Scharf traces the increase in crime to a change in tactics away from proactive policing. He says the NOPD's lack of community connections has a direct link to the department's ability to identify suspects.
You know, one cop told me, we used to know who the bad guys were. We don't know anymore. We don't know who we're looking for.
Police are not the only ones looking for answers.
I'm positive somebody knows something.
The parents of Jameer Alfred are still trying to figure out why their 14-year-old son was gunned down Christmas Day outside a New Orleans East drugstore.
It has to stop. Let this be the point that changes everything, to where parents stand up, aunts and uncles stand up. We get together and we protect our kids.
Last year, 77 juveniles were shot in New Orleans. Jameer was one of 8 who were killed.
It almost makes you feel like you failed at that moment, because I couldn't teach him not to die, or how not to be a victim.
Pastor Everett in the 7th Ward says no one person can solve the crime problem in New Orleans. He believes it'll take a community approach with people joining hands and not pointing fingers. Reporting with my colleague Emily Lane, I'm Greg LaRose, WDSU Investigates.
Greg, thank you. And just today, NOPD Superintendent Sean Ferguson recapped 2020 crime numbers. He placed the New Orleans murder count at 202. The chief said many factors are behind that 70% increase.
In working to learn why or the causes of these homicides or other violent crimes, the reasons are numerous, from a pandemic-impacted economy to social injustice, divisive politics, to neighborhood feuds, narcotics, domestic violence, and even road rage.
And if you'd like to read a lot more, including new data on Greg and Emily's story on the spike in violent crime, go to WDSU.com or our smartphone app.